Welcome, guys, to the Meet Damien channel. I am Damien, and today we're going to be talking about the spot ETF Ethereum deadline coming up May 23rd of 2024, and which is about 4 days from now on Thursday. Let's take a look at what the conversation is going on about Ethereum here, guys. Okay, I want to share this news article here with you guys. Uh, this is coming from cryptobriefing.com. They are saying here that fund managers are predicting that there will be an SEC rejection of Ethereum. Okay. And they're saying here, according to Coinbase analysts, the SEC might reject spot ETF funds that allow staking in the near term. Okay. Oh boy. So what is that going to do for us Ethereum investors out there? They're saying here in this article here that in contrast to the enthusiasm that preceded the approval of spot Bitcoin ETFs, reports over the past few weeks suggest that optimistic expectations for Ethereum's product approval have cooled down. Speaking with Bloomberg, Catherine Dowling, general counsel for the ETF applicant Bitwise, said she anticipates rejection for Ethereum ETF due to the lack of public activity that typically is seen before approval. Okay. Most people are expecting a disapproval from the SEC, the Security and Exchange Commission. And then in a CNBC interview with Van Eck CEO, Van Eck is predicting that there's going to be a likely denial of the Ethereum ETF. So even the guys that are applying for Ethereum ETFs, they're not expecting to actually get approved later on this week. And that's not good. That's not making anybody feel good about being invested in Ethereum right now. They're saying that, unlike the frequent revisions that were made to spot BTF ETF applications, there has been minimal back and forth between the fund companies and the SEC regarding Ether ETFs. And people involved in the talks with the security agency reported that they had braced for a negative outcome. Not good. In the final month leading up to the Bitcoin spot ETF decision, the market was buzzing with activity. Fund managers engaged in fierce fee competition while industry experts were placing bullish bets. They're not seeing that this time around with the Ethereum ETF, which is supposed to be, this Thursday is the deadline for the first couple of ETFs that are going to, likely be approved or denied by the SEC. So Bloomberg ETF analysts James Seffert and Eric Blakunas have pegged the approval chances for a spot Ethereum ETF at a mere 25%. Okay. Seffert recently expressed skepticism about a positive income, saying a nod is not happening. Okay. Why might the SEC decide to reject spot ETF, spot Ethereum ETFs? They're saying here that SEC Chair Gary Gensler has not been vocal about Ethereum ETF filings. However, he has clarified that the approval of spot Bitcoin ETFs does not set a precedent for other crypto ETFs. Concern about the classification of most cryptos as security means remain a major obstacle to compliance. Okay. And then according to Scott Johnson, Van Buren Capital's general partner, the SEC must provide they do reject the spot Ethereum ETF filings. One potential reason for rejection could be Ethereum's classification as a security. Okay. The SEC has not definitively classified Ether, and its decision might hinge on whether it considers Ether a security. So they're still up in the air. They have said in the past that they don't consider Ethereum in a security, but now they're starting to say with Gary Gensler as the chairman of the SEC, he's now questioning whether it is a security because of the staking that they're doing right now. Ethereum has this thing called staking rewards, which is like basically earning interest, which kind of puts it on the same level as like a dividend paying stock, which is like a security. So they're now considering Ethereum to be a security because of that reason alone. With the staking rewards. Also, the way that Ethereum was created, they're questioning whether or not Ethereum is a security because they did like an ICO. Okay, ICO. For those who don't know what that means, it's like an initial coin offering, and that's how they raise money to help get Ethereum started years ago. I think back in like 2014, almost 10 years ago. So they're now questioning whether or not that was kind of similar to like way a company raises money in the stock market to then conduct its business. They're now saying that Ethereum did the same thing when they did the ICO, that they raised money and then they were able to start Ethereum and do the Ethereum network and everything else. So that is causing some questions as to whether or not Ethereum should be a security. And of course, this is all this drama is happening right before they have to make a decision as to whether or not they're going to do an Ethereum spot ETF in the United States. Now, the crazy thing about the spot Ethereum ETF is that they have a spot Ethereum ETF in Hong Kong, and they also have a spot Ethereum ETF in Canada. And yeah, America doesn't have one, but we might get one later on this month, later on this week, actually. So we'll see. We'll have to see what Gary Gensler and the SEC decides to do. But right now, a lot of people are questioning whether or not it's going to happen. The SEC might not approve all spot Ethereum ETF applications at once, according to Coinbase analyst David Hand. He sees like a 30 to 40% chance of approval. Later on this week, he believes that the correlation between CME futures and spot exchange rates, which was pivotal for Bitcoin ETF approvals, could similarly benefit Ethereum ETFs. So he thinks there's a possibility, but it's not likely. Okay. However, like Johnson Hand noted, that the SEC might focus on Ethereum's proof of stake mechanism as a reason for denial, since regulations around staking, which I mentioned earlier, are unclear. The staking rewards, getting paid interest, getting paid Ethereum for holding Ethereum, does that make it a security? Okay. He suggested that spot Ethereum ETFs enabling staking are likely to be approved. And because of that reason, because of the staking being an issue, that's why ARK Invest and 21 Shares, they recently amended their S1 form for the proposed spot Ethereum exchange traded funds by removing the staking component. So they're not going to do staking for these Ethereum ETFs in order for them to hopefully just get approved. Just get your foot through the door. And then maybe later on in the future, these ETFs, they might include staking, but just to keep Gary Gensler and the SEC happy, I think they're most likely are not going to do staking in these ETFs, and they're hoping that would actually make Gary Gensler happy enough to actually go ahead and approve the Ethereum ETF later on this week. So yeah, that basically the move is considered an effort to align the filing with SEC preferences. Okay, now I want to show you guys here how many Ethereum ETFs are up for the deadline here. How many are actually trying to be created? If you look at this tab, this table here, okay, you can see all the ETFs that they're going to try to create for Ethereum spot ETFs. You have VanEck, you have ARK, you have Hashdac, you have Grayscale, Invesco, Fidelity, iShares or BlackRock, Franklin, and then Bitwise. They're all trying to do Ethereum ETFs. And then you can see that this is when they filed it. They filed their ETFs like around like September and November of last year. Franklin and Bitwise, they did theirs. They decided to put their hat in the ring around like February and March of this year. And then you got like some first deadline, second deadline, third deadline. But the most important deadlines that we're looking at is the final deadlines. And because VanEck and ARK got the ball rolling back in September last year, they're the first ones that are gonna finally hear back from the SEC as to whether or not it's a yes or a no. And VanEck has theirs deadline on May 23rd. That's the one that we're all focusing on right here, in the May 23rd deadline. Because if they say no to VanEck, then they're also going to have to probably most likely say no to the rest of these ETFs, even though like the rest of them have their deadlines in like later on in June and July and August of this year. If they say no to one, they're going to say no to all. And if they say yes to one of them, then they're going to say yes to all of them. Okay. Because they don't want to create like, they don't want to do like Kingmaker and just make one company benefit from having an Ethereum ETF. If they say yes to one of these, which is VanEck, is the first one coming up on Thursday. If they say yes to VanEck, then they're going to say yes to everybody else because they don't want to be getting sued or blamed that they said yes to one and no to another. And that's the reason why that company went out of business, because they gave all the business to one of them. Okay, so very important that if VanEck gets approved on Thursday, May 23rd, 2024, then they're also going to say yes to the other ones, and then boom, balls to the wall. There's going to be a lot of happy Ethereum investors, a lot of money pouring into the space, a lot of money on the sidelines waiting to pour into crypto and Ethereum, and lots of good news for the Ethereum investors. It will also be considered like a sell the news event, where people are just going to try to sell whatever the price of Ethereum is at the time, because I mean, how much more excitement could there possibly be? I mean, everybody's been waiting for this ETF to come to fruition, and if it does come to fruition, like, what's the next good news for Ethereum? That might actually cause the price of Ethereum to drop, and that actually did happen to Bitcoin back in January. But of course, Bitcoin recovered and then continued on and went up to higher prices. So the sell the news kind of thing, sell the news, buy the rumors, sell the news, that could come into play later on this week and going into next month. But I think crypto is just in a good year, and we have a lot of good things happening for crypto. And I think whether Ethereum gets approved or not for an ETF in America, then it doesn't really matter, because I think over the long run, more money's pouring into this space, because people are seeing the benefits of being invested in crypto and using crypto to conduct their business all throughout the world. Okay. Yeah. But there is some good news out there for the Ethereum investors and bulls out there. And this literally came out today. And that's why Ethereum has actually going up in price today, if you guys haven't been paying attention. So yeah, I mean, when I first created this video, I was anticipating that there'll just be bad news for Ethereum. Oh, hey, Lisa. It's good to see you in the chat here. We're covering Ethereum. But yeah, the good bit of news I want to share with you guys here is that there's some rumors that the Ethereum ETF is actually going to get approved this week. And this news article is coming from bankless.com. Okay. They're saying that an ETF approval is incoming for Ethereum. After months of bearishness, there's an 11th hour reversal coming from the SEC. Interesting. How is that? Okay. They're saying that Bloomberg ETF analysts have suddenly and unexpectedly, remember, these guys said like last week, 25% chance that Ethereum is going to get approved. Now they're saying that there's the chance is going from 25 to 75% chance of approval this week. Okay. For the Ethereum ETF. And why is that? Okay. So they're saying here some renewed communications. Senior Bloomberg ETF analyst Eric Blokernas, however you say that his name, claims that the SEC has suddenly reversed its decision to deny a spot Ethereum ETF. They're saying leading issuers are now scrambling to finalize their applications ahead of the first deadline, the first final decision deadline on May 23rd. Okay. Why? Oh, they're saying this is politically motivated. Okay. They're saying that the Biden administration has adopted a radically anti-crypto policy stance in the recent weeks. And the analyst, Balkanos, points that increase in politicization of crypto as the driving factor behind the sudden shift. Okay. Market shock. Okay. So sentiment has been negative around Ethereum's chances of getting an ETF approval. And, with the market implying that the odds, according to Polymarket, indicating just an 11% chance of approval this morning. But now this probability has just jumped up to 50% on Monday afternoon. Okay. For the first time since January, as the Ethereum Bitcoin ratio is rebounding with strength. And this is Bankless, their take on everything. Although Balkanus indicates that the political pressure forced the SEC to cave on its denial stance, Ethereum's ETF approvals appears to have been inedible for many months. They're saying that ETF experts previously extolled that a lack of meaningful communication between the SEC and proposed issuers was a red flag indicating denial. But the decision to approve the spot products was likely already made when the regulator approved commodity futures-based Ethereum ETF products last October, and that has solidified Ether's status as a non-security. So they're already trading Ethereum as a commodity on the commodity exchange. So they can't now just all of a sudden say, hey, Ethereum is a security. Really? Because you guys are trading it as a commodity on the commodity exchanges. So how are you now going to say it's a security? Okay. So all this drama about Ethereum, is it security? Is it not a security? It probably is just manipulation by like some of the big institutions out there. They want us to all think, oh my God, Ethereum is not going to get approved. And then, of course, right before the deadline, they are now saying, okay, yeah, Ethereum is actually going to get approved. Want to know why? Because they were buying Ethereum all throughout the last week and months while you guys were all running away scared that Ethereum was going to get denied. They've been buying Ethereum at cheap prices, and now they're ready to sell to you guys at higher prices, unfortunately. But I did not sell my Ethereum, and I know my friends and family did not sell their Ethereum. So good on them for not doing that, because Ethereum has gone up this Ethereum has gone up today, May 20th. Okay, and we're gonna get into the charts to see how Ethereum is doing. But let me get a sip of water since I've been doing a lot of talking here, guys. Okay. All right. Just finishing up this article, they're saying that experts are once again confident on the approval that a crypto market participants are coming to the consensus that Ethereum ETF approval is likely certain to occur this Thursday. I know my title to this video said that SEC to deny Ethereum, and okay, maybe that was a little bit clickbait-ish. There are some people who really think that Ethereum is not going to get approved. I am not one of those people, but I'm willing to hear the other side's argument as to why it's not going to get approved. Okay. But it seems like the Biden administration does not want to be looked at as anti-crypto. And, Gary Gensler and the SEC, they are part of the Biden administration. So they want you guys to vote Democrat on, whether you're a Democrat or not, but they want you guys to vote Democrat and know that they got your backs and that they're here for you guys and the crypto investors in the crypto market. So they don't want to appear as though like they hate crypto. So now they're deciding and they're changing their minds to approve the Ethereum ETF. And I'm just going to share one more article here that talks about the Biden administration here. Once again, this is coming from the block, and they're saying that Ethereum ETF odds of approval improve as it appears that the Biden administration, okay, the Biden administration wants to appear more crypto-friendly, and that's once again coming from the Bloomberg ETF analysts, okay? Yeah. I mean, this is basically saying the same thing that I've already said, but I mean, for those who haven't seen like what Ethereum has done today, Ethereum has spiked up nearly 16%, and Ether has been trading at like $3,000 and 90 cents, $3,090 at around 313 Eastern time on Monday before it jumped up to like $3,500 at 3:30 Eastern time. So somebody came out with a rumor that this thing is actually going to happen on Thursday. And of course, they did it right before the stock market was going to close, and they shot it. That thing went shooting up. If you look at this this chart here, Ethereum was just steadily hoeing around like $3,000 area, and then boom, that news came out. Boom, and then Ethereum is now trading at $3,500 and $3,549. $3,549. Yeah. So a lot of drama this week, guys. A lot of drama. And it has to do with the SEC is now under fire for being anti-crypto. And, if they say no, then it's just going to cause a lot of lawsuits. A lot of angry people are going to be taking their anger out on the SEC and also taking their anger out on Joe Biden and the Democrats and the Biden administration and Gary Gensler and the SEC. So they're just going to catch a lot of flack, a lot of heat for saying no to Ethereum. Okay. So let's take a look at what that has done to the charts here for Ethereum real quick. Okay. All right. So here we are on TradingView. This is coming off of data from Coinbase. This is the daily chart here for Ethereum. Okay. And you can see there it is, that big giant green candle on Monday, May 20th, 2024. Ethereum up 19%, almost 20%, guys, in one day. It started trading at like $3,000, $3,070, and now it's currently trading at like $36.57. So basically, roughly about 20% uptick in price in one day. And that caused Ethereum to get above the moving averages here. Ethereum was trading below the 50 and 100-day moving average, and now Ethereum is now trading above the 50 and 100-day moving average. Okay. And that makes sense. Ethereum's getting some resistance here, where we had some daily closing candles and some wicks, some candle wicks at the $3,600 level. So I expect Ethereum to kind of trade sideways here for a little bit in the short term. I think the move has been made in Ethereum. If you're trying to buy Ethereum for the first time ever in your life, I wouldn't do that today. To be honest with you, I'm just gonna be honest with you guys. I would not tell my friends and family to buy Ethereum right now because the move has been made. Okay, not today. Maybe tomorrow. Okay, maybe tomorrow when things cool down and there's a little bit more uncertainty as like, all right, is it really gonna get approved on Thursday? We might see Ethereum start to trade down here. Let me see if I can just draw it down. We might see Ethereum start to go down a little bit. I'm just drawing this little blue line here. As people are like, oh, well, is it really going to get approved? And then, of course, on Thursday, if it does get approved, boom, it's going to shoot up again. And it will probably shoot up to like the $4,000 level instantly, okay? If it decides to go up to that price. If it does get approved on Thursday, it's going to shoot up probably to like $4,000 level, which is where it was at around like March, the middle of March of 2024. But yeah, then it's just gonna go bonkers. Okay, it's gonna go crazy because Ethereum will go up to its all-time highs that it made back in 2021, where it's trading at like $4,800. Okay, Ethereum could do that if we get that ETF approval on Thursday. Okay, it might not do that right away, but we'll start heading towards that target area probably in like June and July. Okay, and then we might see Ethereum go up to like $5,000. It's just money just continues to pour into Ethereum. But here's what I'm worried about with Ethereum, guys. Here, okay, and I know this is just the Ethereum show. We're talking about Ethereum. I mean, the other cryptos are doing good too, but I mean, right now Ethereum is just stealing the show right now, and it's a big week for Ethereum. Okay, but here's what I'm worried about with Ethereum, guys. Okay, for a little nugget for you bearish short sellers out there. Okay, Ethereum is about to be in overbought territory on the RSI levels here on the daily chart. We have, Ethereum was like around like 50 RSI about a day ago, but now today it's at the 70 level, which is now that's overbought territory. And you can see that, Ethereum was in overbought territory over here back in like February and March, okay, where it was like trading at 80 and 85 on the RSI, okay. We're about to enter that territory once again, okay. And just looking at the 4-hour chart, you can see that I've already looked at the 4-hour chart, but I'm just want to show you guys here that Ethereum is already in overbought territory on the 4-hour chart, okay, on the RSI. We're now looking at Ethereum at like 80, 89, 84 on the RSI, okay? And here's what I'm worried about with Ethereum, okay? With Ethereum being overbought on the 4-hour time frame and also about to be overbought on the daily time frame, okay? If we get that bad news on Thursday that Ethereum is not going to get approved, Okay, if it gets denied that ETF, and and of course, if the price just keeps on going up to like $4,000 right before Thursday, I mean that's going to be setting up for a lot of tears out there for the bulls, the Ethereum bulls, because that will immediately drop the price of Ethereum probably right back down to the $3,000 level. To be honest, it will be a very vicious and nasty move. So caution. Please be cautious out there. That's why I would not be buying Ethereum right now, because this is just rumors on top of rumors that are moving the needle on Ethereum. Once the news comes out, then we'll know for sure whether this was rightfully so or not, that Ethereum should be going to higher prices. If we get approved, then man, kudos to the Ethereum investors out there, okay? Because it's been kind of pretty rough the last couple of months for Ethereum investors. Me being an Ethereum investor as well, it was kind of rough to see Ethereum getting dragged through the mud the last few weeks here. But this is very promising, and this is crypto. This is possible. Hey guys, if you guys are liking this video, please go ahead and click that like button. Share this with your friends if you think this is useful information. And if you haven't subscribed to the channel already, please go ahead and click that subscribe button so you can get notified when I go live on these videos here. Okay. And also, anytime I create more content, you'll just be able to see that on your YouTube feed. Okay. But yeah, Ethereum. Wow. Okay. Just wow. Lots of drama. There's probably be more drama later on this week, but I mean, this is looking good for Ethereum. If we get some good news on Thursday and we get approved, I mean, I'm expecting $4,000 Ethereum later on the end of this week if we get approved for the Ethereum ETF, and some more money to be made for the Ethereum investors. Now let's take a look at Solana, because Solana was doing pretty good out there besides Ethereum. Okay. And yeah, let's just see. Solana is also having a good week as well. It's trading now at $186.80. And let me just move on here to the daily chart here. Yep. So Solana is just basically recovering and getting back to where it was in like the beginning of April, end of March. Okay. So this is good, with Ethereum and Solana leading the charge like they are doing here, leading us to promised land. I'm also expecting the rest of the altcoins out there to do well if they haven't done well already. We're getting a nice recovery in the markets. We kind of have like an inverse head and shoulder pattern going on here with Solana, and it looks like it's playing out. I expect Solana probably to trade sideways here at the $180 level. And then maybe after Ethereum gets that approval on Thursday for the spot ETF in America, we could see Solana then climb up as well in sympathy with Ethereum. And we could probably see $200 Solana by the end of this week, going into the end of this month, at the end of May. Okay. And then of course, it's going to be off to the races, because, it looks like Solana and Ethereum will then try to get back to where they were in 2021 at their all-time highs. Solana has to get up to $260 for it to get back up to its all-time highs. I think that's possible probably later on in this summer. Okay. And we'll see how things go. But Solana is probably in the short term going to trade at the $180 range for now, but then it also probably going to trade near the $206 Fibonacci node level here, where the 0.786 Fib node is saying that $206 Solana is where Solana is going to want to try to fight through before it goes up to higher prices from there. So yeah, after 186, I'm expecting 206 to be the next target level for Solana, for you Solana bull investors out there. And for you Solana bears out there, I mean, you're going to have to hope that Ethereum gets denied its ETF and drags the rest of the market down, including Solana. Because if it doesn't, then, there's going to be no hope for the Solana bears. Solana has been one of the strongest cryptocurrencies out there. I don't know why someone would want to short Solana, But if you were, I mean, we would, if we stop going higher from here, okay, and we don't go up to like the $200 level, which we were at back in like the beginning of April. If we make it like another lower high over here, oh, that could be vicious. That could be really bad news for the Solana bulls, and it could be really good news for the Solana bears. Okay, but then we would need to see Solana get down back to the $140 level. Okay, and then we would need to see it to break that support near the $140 level, and then we would need to see Solana then go basically make a new lower low than it made back. The last lower low was $118. If Solana gets pushed down below $118, then look out below. There might be some support on the 200-day moving average, which is at $115. But I mean, that's pretty much right near $118. So if Solana goes below 118 and then goes below 115, then the next stop would be about the $80 level. That's not going to be good. That's a pretty brutal. That'd be a pretty brutal move for Solana investors if Solana goes down to $80. But if it does start, if we do make a lower high and then we start making lower lows again on Solana, then I would expect $80 would be like a take profit area for short sellers, and I wouldn't be too greedy as a short seller. I would probably try to get out of shorting Solana if it does go down to $80. Because the overall trend is up. We are in a crypto bull market, so I wouldn't test my luck as a short seller. I actually wouldn't be testing my luck as a short seller, short selling Solana, period. Okay, but if I was trying to short sell Solana, those would be the target areas. I would try to, I would maybe start shorting it now. Now that it's at $186, and then I would try to take profit at $120, and then take more profit at $80 if I was shorting Solana. But I think the trend is your friend, and right now it's friendly towards the bulls, and I think Solana will be going at the higher prices in the weeks and months to come. Okay, I'm probably going to end the stream here, guys. I appreciate you guys coming out to my live stream here. Once again, if you're new to the channel, go ahead and subscribe. Click that subscribe button so you can get more videos like this on your YouTube feed. And if you haven't clicked that like button, go ahead and smash that like button. I appreciate all the likes and appreciation that I get. And share your thoughts. If you guys think Ethereum's going to get denied on Thursday, please put that in the comments. I like to get a debate going on here before we find out for sure on Thursday. And if you think it's going to get approved, tell us in the comment section why you think it's going to get approved, and then tell us how much money you think you're going to make after it gets approved. All right. Okay, guys, that is it for today. I look forward to doing another live stream. I might do one later on this week, maybe on Thursday, if we get that Ethereum approval or denial on the ETF. I might do a live stream on Thursday. If I don't, then you guys can definitely see me here next Monday, 7 p.m. on the East Coast time here. Okay. All right, guys. Thanks for coming along, and I look forward to hopefully seeing some more good news coming our way for us crypto investors out there. Take care, guys.